Hello everyone and welcome to another casual review. Today we will be talking about Super Mario Sunshine. Woohoo! I'm currently up at my cabin right now and I got a roaring fire going, so if you hear a crack, that is not a gunshot or anything slightly less hazardous. That is just a fire crackling, so be at peace. Feel at home. We are nice and cozy here and you should join in. When this game was first announced, or when the 3D All-Stars collection was first announced, everyone was saying, well, they were really like ragging on Super Mario Sunshine. They were being very mean to it. And I was just kind of surprised at first because I was just like, what are you guys talking about? Super Mario Sunshine is a good game. Because I remember playing it back when it was new, and it was like, I think it was our first game for the Nintendo GameCube, if I'm not mistaken. And I have a lot of really good memories from it. But everyone was just like ragging on it, saying it's not good. They were like complaining about the camera, and like I knew of the frustrating shines, like that pachinko level or whatever. I know that a couple of the shines had a reputation, but all in all, I remember it being a very, very good game. I just beat Mario 64, and then I came to this one. Because I'm just going in order. So I will be comparing it to Super Mario 64 quite a lot. Mario controls, I think, in my opinion, I really like how Mario controls in this game. He's really quick, he's really snappy, he doesn't do that like, walk around when you move in the opposite direction like Mario 64 would often do. It's quick, it's snappy. I really like how he moves compared to 64. The camera is just so much better. It's nice and fluid. You can go in any direction you want. You can do like this straight up isometric view if you want. Like, I feel like the camera is very flexible. I don't really understand the complaints about the camera itself, especially compared to 64. 64 was just really bad. I was fighting the camera for that one a lot. As for Mario's controls, I do like the different jumps that he can do. A lot of them are actually pretty similar to 64, but he did lose his crouch, which means he lost his long jump, and that means he also lost his backflip jump as well, which I'm pretty sad about. Instead of the crouch jumps and moves, in this one you can do like a hop and slide on your belly, and then you can keep doing hops over and over again, and then you can jump out of that to get like an extra distance, and that's what I use instead of the long jump, where I'd hop on my belly, flip over, and then hop on my belly, flip over, and you could cover a lot of ground pretty fast that way. Not quite as fun as the long jump in my opinion, but still works. So instead of the long jump and then the backflip, he has Flood, and Flood is his like hover water jetpack thing that he has. A lot of people complained about this game mechanic because they said it just didn't really feel like Mario, and I don't know. I don't think that's very fair. I think one thing about Flood is it kind of feels like Kirby. So you can use this fail-safe mechanic to get to where you need to go and to like just be very careful making those jumps, but it also like halts the flow, the speed. And I talked about this in my 64 review, where a good 3D platformer has really good flow, and you can just like chain together all these jumps and to like overcome all these obstacles. But whenever you use Flood, it like halts it. So it's kind of like Kirby in that aspect, because on the ground Kirby goes really fast, but then when he puffs up into a ball and he does all those jumps in the air, he moves really slow, and it's not fun. So whenever you're using your hover Flood, you're going really slow. It's not fun. So it kind of discourages you to actually use Flood in that way. And I think that's a good balance, because it's like 64 could be pretty hard for someone who's newer to 3D platformers, where if you're playing Sunshine for the first time, it might be nice to have that Flood. That being said, though, I really did like the levels where they took Flood away from you and it was just straight up classic platforming to get to the shine. I know a lot of people complained about these shines as well, but they were some of my favorite parts of the game. If I had a whole game full of just these obstacles to get to this shines, I would love that a lot because it was very technical. A lot of the things that I liked about 64 were in this, where you really had to think about your jumps before you did them. If you mess up, you die. But the good thing is you didn't have to back out of the painting and then jump back in. This one just starts you right back at the beginning of the obstacle course. So I really like those shines in particular. Let's just go to the game setting. In Super Mario Sunshine, this takes place in Isle Delfino. This is a very tropical island. Supposedly Peach and Mario and Toadsworth, I believe this is the first introduction of Toadsworth. They go to Isle Delfino, but this shadowy, weird-looking Mario is putting graffiti all over the place, all over the island, and Mario gets framed. So he gets tasked to clean up the island of graffiti. And so that's kind of setting up the ground of the game. You know, most Mario games really don't have that much of a story, and this one doesn't either, but more so than any other Mario game I can think of. Maybe Odyssey has kind of or maybe his like RPGs have more story. Well, definitely like Paper Mario has a better story than this one, but it's not really about the story. It's more about the platforming itself. So you're going around cleaning the island. It's got gunk all over the place. I won't tell you the story behind Shadow Mario in case you haven't played this game, but you're encountering him quite a lot. It honestly, with this 3D remaster, it looks pretty good. Now, they did upgrade this one to widescreen, which I thought was pretty nice. As far as the remastering of it, you know, they didn't do anything to it. They just upped the resolution and they made it widescreen. But that's, you know, I think even the base game itself still holds up quite well today. So they really didn't need to do it much. I wish they did, but they didn't. But you know, it does have that kind of like Wind Wakery, cell shaded, not quite Breath of the Wild, of course, but I do like the colors in this one, and the setting to Isle Delfino was a really good tone for the look as well. Music's real good. I definitely like the main hub song, with a little I don't know if it's a ukulele or a guitar, but that little riff. You can hear like the horns of the ships going in and out. It feels like a real seaside port, very tropical. I think not even that one, but there's a couple other of the actual courses themselves that I really enjoy. I like the sunset course with all the booze. I think it's the Hotel Delfino, if I'm not mistaken. And I like the just the long ukulele, like the and the sun setting, and it's all peaceful. Granted, this big old stingray shadow monster starts coming, spraying electric goop everywhere, but before that, very peaceful, very quiet, and I definitely like the soundtrack to that one. Not so crazy about the course itself, though. Voice acting, so this is the first Mario game that implemented voice acting, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember if the Game Boy Advance remakes of the Super Nintendo games came before this or not, but those were pretty minimal. This one you have Peach and Bowser and Baby Bowser. They're all speaking, and it doesn't sound great. Like Bowser, I don't know what the deal with Bowser is. He sounds like a gruff old man. Like, I know they were really trying to lean into that dad role for him, but he's like, all right, Junior, good, that's my boy. He kind of, I don't know, he just sounds like a cheesy dad, but not how a real dad would sound necessarily. Just super over the top, not really menacing at all. And Peach just sounds like a stereotypical damsel in distress, like super high-pitched voice. Mario, oh my goodness, Mario. And then Mario himself, he just sounds like Mario. They don't add any voice lines to him. Well, when he gets the shine, he says like wahoo or let's go. No, he doesn't say let's go. But just his typical Mario noises. No speaking role for him even to this day, I don't believe. So we'll see what the new Mario movie has in store for us. I think I actually like as far as the design of the courses themselves, I think I do prefer Mario 64 over this type of design. I definitely like the settings and the looks of Mario Sunshine better than Mario 64, but as far as the design itself, 64 just has a better methodology, if that's the word. But it's more about, in 64, it's more about going down branching paths and it's all about the obstacles themselves. That's the challenge. It's not so much what can you do in Mario Sunshine, it's more like what can you find. Whereas in 64, it's can you pull off this jump. Sunshine's more just walking around and spraying random stuff and just uncovering all the secrets in it, mostly blue coins. Speaking of blue coins, I have beef with the blue coins. So in each of the courses, there's 30 blue coins. That's not including like the main hub. And every 10 blue coins you have, you can trade them in for a shine. But these blue coins are very, very difficult to find. Like, I think usually there's about 20 of them that are just within sight. Or spray off an M graffiti, you get a blue coin. Really easy stuff like that. But then it seems you get around 10 in each course where it's just you have to kill this certain enemy, or you have to spray this random window, just really random hidden stuff. And unless you're going by a guide, you're going to spend forever in each course looking for these stupid blue coins. And I guess that's why I decided not to 100% complete this game. I know I said I was thinking about it when I was talking about it, playing through Sunshine on my Mario 64 review, but once I got all the main shines, like all the objective shines, and I did get all the secret shines in each course as well, I started going through and getting all the blue coins, and I just decided, I'm not really having fun with this. It just feels like a job. Also, I'm up at the cabin. I don't have internet connection to even look this up. I'm kind of ready to face Bowser and just wrap this up because it's just not fun. And even if I did have a guide, I'd just be following along with what someone else is doing. And the rewards for 100% completing this, I believe, are just like a picture or like a 3-second video clip. Really not worth it. I guess the only point of it would be the bragging rights. And I felt like I had played this game enough to get my fill of it, if that makes any sense. I did start relying on FLUDD maybe a little too much. I know I was saying, like, if you don't want to use him, don't use him, just go with the flow. But I found near the end, for any jump, I wouldn't even try to do the jump, I'd just rely on FLUDD. And it just kind of slowed the game, and it didn't give me the satisfaction of making the platforming jumps that I used to really enjoy doing in 64, or even in like the courses in Sunshine where they took the FLUDD away. I just relied on it too much, and I don't know, it didn't have the flow that 64 did. It didn't have the satisfaction of pulling off the moves, really. So I don't know, I'd say when I was playing through this game, I did, for the majority of the time, enjoy what I was going through. I'd say maybe 70% of the game is good. It's fun, the shines are fun to go after. It's that 30% that just ruins the whole experience for me. I was telling Autumn, it takes one bad apple to ruin the bunch. And I feel like this game had 30% bad apples. And that, it did kind of dampen my experience of the game, to be honest. And I started to really see and understand what the people who were complaining about Sunshine meant. And I was kind of bummed about that, because when I was playing through 64, a lot of the time I was thinking, man, I can't wait to get to Sunshine again and play it handheld on the Switch. It's going to be great. And I fully expected Sunshine to be a 5 out of 5 game for me, because in my head, out of my nostalgia, I was thinking this is a 5 out of 5 game. But those 30% shines aren't good. They're frustrating. You keep dying, and it just feels so random. It feels bad. In 64, it was janky, it was glitchy, I would fall off the edge sometimes, but it always felt somehow in my control. It always felt like a challenge. Whereas playing through this, playing through a couple of these bad shines, it felt like chance rather than challenge. Like I just needed the game physics to be on my side. It was buggy in a bad way, if that makes any sense. Like it didn't feel right, playing like the pachinko machine, or the one where you talk to the guys and they flip you backwards onto the platforms, but if you talk to them at a slightly bad angle, like they just throw you off the edge, nothing you can do, and that stuff just, it didn't feel like good classic 3D Mario. So because of those bad experiences, as sad as I am to say, I have to give this game a 3 out of 5. I'm pretty bummed about it, actually, because I really did hope this was going to be a 5 out of 5 game. In my head, I guess that's why they say don't go back to things that you're really nostalgic about, because things never live up to the nostalgia. But I am excited to move on to the third and final game of the 3D All-Stars collection, Super Mario Galaxy, because I have heard nothing but praise for this game, not even after they announced the 3D All-Stars collection, but before, everyone's saying they were either saying Odyssey is the best 3D Mario game or Galaxy is the best 3D Mario game. Oh, and Super Mario Galaxy 2, but that is not in this collection, unfortunately. So I am really excited to get to Galaxy because I have never really played through this game. I put about 2 hours into it, and that was it. I remember something about climbing around a giant bee and clinging onto her fur, but that's really all I remember about this game. So I'm really excited to get to it. Please tune in next time for Super Mario Galaxy Casual Review. Let me know your thoughts about Super Mario Sunshine, haters, lovers, whatever you feel about the game. I want to hear your experience playing through it now, your nostalgia through this game. I want to hear it all. If you have any questions about it, let me know. You're definitely going to need a guide of some sort to get you through Sunshine, especially if you're planning on 100% completing this. So that should be it for now. I appreciate you guys listening, and I will talk to you later. Bye!